Yes. I didn't want to interrupt. What's going on? What's going on, Killer Beezy? Thanks for joining us, man. What's up? Absolutely. Be a fun show. Absolutely. The male tiff. You guys should. Yeah, exactly. You guys should make like a team. Like the 1 week you're off, she's on, right? He's back and forth.
How long you guys been doing the podcast for?
Oh, this would be 36.
Yes, episode 36.
Damn!
Somebody got an echo going on.
Oh, did that happen? It's probably gone now at this point, right? Oh yeah, no, I know why. There we go. All right, no, I was messing with me sounds. All right. Cool. So yeah, how's everybody doing?
Doing all right. If I can get past stupid Icarus. I'm ready to be off this dumb board. Ready to be done, Icarus.
What you got? Are you on war? Is that what you're doing?
No, Act 6.
Which part of Act 6 you doing?
I'm on 623 now.
Oh,
the whole board is Icarus. Icarus
sounds like
other.
Sounds like a fun time. Who you using?
Torch, Hype, Cat, Doom, Warlock.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Warlock for the boss. For this path, I don't know what's the next path is gonna look like. It's all Icarus, so it's gonna be a lot of the same people. Just with the gates.
What is Icarus again?
Icarus is you gain a fury for every parry or attack. If you get up to 8, if you get more than 8 or one of the furies expires, you get a degeneration. If you perform a heavy, you remove the furies without any penalty.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't sound bad until they add in those like encroaching stun.
Yeah. That's a nightmare. You know what? You know what? Champions that like who rely on like using their heavy playstyle, like Colossus and stuff, like really do well on
Icarus. Yeah. Until you throw in like wrenches,
additional
like gates and things like that. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, you know who I've been digging a lot lately is Emma Frost.
Emma Frost is good.
Oh, she's very useful.
She's on the short list for rank 5.
Gotcha.
Since I didn't pull her at all.
Do you know who I like that I want to get? I want to use more.
Warlock.
Elsa Bloodstone.
I thought you were going to say Warlock.
Elsa Bloodstone, man. I got a bit of a soft spot for her, man.
A lot of people do lately, it seems like.
Yeah, she looks really good, man.
Especially for like diss track and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nope, she puts on those buffs. Yeah, she's very underrated.
Oh.
Very underrated. My Colts are getting the tail kick, so I'm over football for today, I think.
Over football today.
Wow. Well, over for now.
You can take your attention away from it for a few moments.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Well, we do appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. It's only 5 minutes to go, like 6 minutes to go in the game. They're losing by 18.
Oh damn.
And I think they just got the ball taken away again. So there it is.
Where am I at here? We are here. Oh, let me see if I can get this dumbass Craig in here. These have been pissing me off lately.
Craig has not been fun.
Are we ready to go otherwise?
I think we are.
Oh, okay, cool.
BZ, you ready?
Nope.
No.
No, I'm joking. I'm ready,
Such a
bro.
quick no.
Now recording.
Okay, sweet. Look at that. He is ready to go. All right, so...
Pull up a chair in the Marvel Champions Lounge and join your host, Moose and GhostDog.
Well, hey, everybody. How's it going? And I think this has got to be one of the first times things have gone smoothly. You don't have GhostDog oh, there he is. I was going to say you don't have GhostDog chuckling in the background. But anyways, yeah, so I'm Moose. This is the MC Lounge podcast. I'm Moose. There we got my, illustrious co-host, GhostDog back there chuckling away. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I hope everybody had a great and wonderful time over the Thanksgiving for those who are here in America, because our guest is not.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so yeah, so I do wish the same as well, that everybody did have a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. But yes, our guest, the one and only Killer Beezy, who did not have a Thanksgiving, because I don't know, UK doesn't have Thanksgivings, do they? Killer Beezy, what's your version of Thanksgiving? You with us, bud?
I think did we lose him that fast?
Yo, what's good, people? yo, I was like, how long can I stay quiet until like, these are like, hello? Yo, what's good, people? I mean, we don't have. I give thanks every day, so I guess every day is Thanksgiving for me. But no, unfortunately, we don't have that wonderful celebration over here, man. So unfortunate, man. I want to experience it though, because it sounds like a really good time to kind of gather with your loved ones and people that you appreciate and really just have that moment. So I definitely need to be in the States for a Thanksgiving, man. And one of you guys can invite me around.
BZ, you always have an open invitation to my home.
Oh, I love for that, bro, man.
There we go, Indianapolis. Not sure you really want to go probably during the winter though, huh?
It's not that bad right now. It can't be no worse than the UK is.
Yeah, well, UK is always cold, dude. So.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Does it snow in the UK though? Am I dumb about that?
It's really backwards in the UK. It will snow when it's meant to be hot, and when it's meant to be hot, it's really backwards. So our summertime is like just coming out of winter, but it's rain and it's really crazy, bro.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Well, interesting. Yeah, no, that'll be fun. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get you over here, man. I mean, how awesome would that be? Maybe there should be like an MCOC, like Thanksgiving gathering for like,
dude, that would be amazing, right? Bro. Yo, we should do that, bro.
do like a final table, or like the last table, or whatever. Or it was a Last Supper. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for.
There you go.
I'll be down. We'd have like GhostDog would have to be the guy like serving the food to everybody else. So.
Whoa.
Only because you're a really good cook, bro. That's the only reason why.
No, I don't do the cooking. I only participate in the eats.
Amen to that,
bro. That's awesome. Well, you just get it catered or something. There we go. That's awesome. No, yeah, that sounds like cool. That'd be super fun. That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, we were talking about it before we came on. We thought it'd be funny if like you and Tiffany XO got together, because you guys are both kind of like 1 week on, 1 week off. So are you on this week?
But just to clarify, like when you say get together, we're talking about like just we're talking about linking up for the game purposes only. Okay,
I don't want YouTubers team, like a YouTuber team.
Yeah, I don't want to step on no toes. We're not gonna mention no names, but But I mean,
oh gosh, you all right over there, GhostDog?
Yeah, I'm good.
You get a little water.
Got a little lag in my.
A little maple syrup, maybe. You want to get a little maple syrup to wash that down?
But yeah, now this is hopefully the beginning of what would usually be on the week for me. Hopefully this is permanently on, and man, we're good to go from here, man.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
So fingers crossed.
Nice, man. Well, good luck to that. I hope it's a good one. Did you participate in the Cyber Weekend that we just that we're currently?
No, I didn't, man. I mean, I've had like a crazy kind of life turning experience within the like past like month or so.
Okay.
So like I'm just getting back on my feet, kind of like from a financial perspective. So like I mean, to be honest with you, like I'm cavalier at the moment. So there isn't anything that kind of would have made me think, yeah, like I want to buy this because this would really help me progress. I'm not really a massive fan of like the crystal deals, man, because I see, as you've probably seen, you see a lot of people spend money on deals for crystals, and unfortunately, deeply regret it shortly afterwards. So, like I kind of like to. I don't know if it's really bad, but I really enjoy it when people buy the deals and they're like, "Okay, we're getting ready, guys," and then they have a nice new shiny Groot to look at for their arena grind. I find those videos. Yeah. I find those videos so satisfying to watch, bro.
Were you say you got something back there, GhostDog?
They'll be like, "Yeah, it's okay. It's a new champ. It's arena fodder. It's arena fodder.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
It's okay. It's okay.
I got solid 10 teams now. Like I'm good. It's cool. I got it.
Yo, but I really wish there was like a behind the scenes camera to see what the reaction would be when the video ends, bro. Like that would be amazing.
Well, that lets me know that you don't watch enough of my videos because I give full reactions on no matter how good the pool is. Or how there is no camera close. It's a disgust look on my face. When
it's very obvious. It's very obvious how you feel about it. But yeah, no, dude, I totally feel what you're saying. I think I spent $20 just for those just to kind of push me over the edge there. And yeah, no, I was, because I'm cavalier as well, and there was absolutely nothing in there that it was at all enticing. If anything, it was more or less offending.
I will say that I had set up a Cyber Monday weekend room in my server just so I could see what other people got. And when the Cavalier folks showed me their rewards, I was upset for them and very ecstatic for myself that I was not Cavalier because there would have been it'd have been almost no way for me to. I probably would have bought maybe a couple of the $100 deals, and that would have been it. And I would have been mad. I'd have been super upset, and I understand everybody's frustration behind it. But and I've had a lot of different talks with a lot of different people. But the thing is, it's different. Someone mentioned it. I think it was Cam mentioned it on Frontlines was something with Frontline, and he had mentioned that there are different levels of Cavalier players.
Yeah. 100%.
And so those rewards were kind of like if you maybe had just became Cavalier, those rewards probably seemed like they would be okay for you.
100%.
But for someone who's been in like your shoes, Moose, for your shoes, BZ, and a lot of other people who've been Cavalier for a lot longer and have done more content or a lot closer to maybe only needing 15, 20% T5 CC to break 3 that 6-star champ to become Thor Breaker. They're a different level of Cavalier.
Yeah.
So there's probably 2 if not 3 levels of Cavalier players.
And I think you touched on a really good point there because I mean I'll exclude myself from the scenario because I put up a tweet about it being a sad day to be a Cavalier player and taking myself out of the exception because I very much play this game for fun. I have fun with it. I really don't get upset about a lot of the things to do with the game. However, you have a huge selection of players who are Cavalier and they don't necessarily have the roster to go on and maybe take on the rest of Act 6 to do a complete run through of 6.4. But nor do they have the units or the roster to take on Abyss. So therefore, they're stuck in that grind of grinding certain parts of the game for constant shards, constantly opening up crystals in hope that they get the right champion to help them with their progression. Now, if that right champion doesn't come, you're then stuck at a point where you need to be able to get a source of tier 5 class catalysts from somewhere in order to kind of help you get to that rank 3 6-star stage. And if you can't get to that stage, I feel like there should have been some form of a unit deal in the Cavalier package that could not necessarily instantly get you to that point where you could get a 6-star rank 3 champion, but certainly bring you a little bit closer to that margin, you know, just to help you close the gap, because then it would kind of inspire you more to think, right, like I can get a sort of class selector from here, but you know what? Let me buy one of the unit deals just to get like a bit more units and whatever free stuff comes with it now, because that will kind of help me push and maybe give me a bit more inspiration to complete certain content, and you know, it won't be so bad. But I don't feel like there was anything in there for someone that was kind of at the more advanced stage of being Cavalier and maybe being a bit closer to pushing for Thronebreaker, to inspire them to kind of think, yeah, let me buy the deals. And I think that's where kind of Kabam didn't hit the nail on the head with that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I know, like, to touch on that last point that you just had, Killer Beezy, I'm that person.
Yeah.
I'm like the middle of the road Cavalier person where like I have content to do, but
Yeah.
and like I can grind it away.
Yeah.
But typically they have those things where they target players just like me that do get me right to that edge, because
Oh, yeah.
for like just basically kind of also to like to Ghost Dog's point, these deals and your guys' points, the deals I felt like were more towards that person right on the edge, right? Like you're saying, that person maybe who just became Cavalier or just became Thronebreaker, because, well, didn't everybody just become Thronebreaker? But like, so it's those people who are like new, I guess, right? So who like you're excited for it, right? So like if I just became Cavalier, that $50 with like 50, what was it, 50,000 5-star shards would be awesome.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Absolutely. But like for that person like me, it does absolutely nothing. I could, like I could try, like you're saying, like that one player, I need Aegon. Like if I don't have Aegon, like there's not really a whole lot I can be doing right now.
Yeah.
Because like, and I'm too far away from a T5CC to grind all the other things, and it's just, I don't know. Personally, I've also lost like just kind of the drive in the game. So I feel like you're now on, Killer Beezy. I may be off.
No.
So you can take over that, so that you can take over my energy. So that'd be good.
No, but I totally agree with you. I mean, just to give one more example, I had one of my sort of close friends. He specifically, about 2 days before the Cyber Weekend deals came out, he made an actual conscious effort to do a run through all of Act 6 in anticipation that he only needed a small amount of tier 5 class catalyst fragments in order to get a complete mystic, and he would have been ready to take his doom to kind of rank 3. So he had completed content and spent early with the assumption that there was going to be an offer that would help him sort of bridge the gap and therefore become Thronebreaker, which will then enable him to actually invest more money into the game and buy more deals as a Thronebreaker player. But again, so from that perspective, as soon as the deals came out and there was nothing there, he had taken a chance, bought one of the Cavalier deals, opened it, and it was the class that he didn't want. So therefore, where Kabam could have made a bit more extra money there, from where if he did get a chance to select and he did become Thronebreaker because of that offer, he would have then spent more money. And I feel like they really missed out on that opportunity, because he was willing to spend money prior to the deals to help him progress in the game. And I feel like there would have been a lot of players like that. And there was definitely an opportunity missed there.
I agree with that. I definitely think that if their thought process was, well, we're gearing it for Cavalier players, putting in 10% selectors versus 10% crystals, still doesn't let that brand new Cavalier player become Thornbreaker right away.
That's very true.
And it gives the people who've been Cavalier, who are looking for that last 5, 10, 15%, 20%, of T5CC of the class they need after someone like myself. As you guys know, for months, I was looking for Cosmic T5CC. I was looking for less than 10% of it, BZ. It took me 3 months, and I finally had to buy a selector in order to get the Cosmic T5CC. I was already Thornbreaker. It was just that I had a champ I'd rather have at rank 3.
Of
And
course,
in order to get there, I had to purchase that, because otherwise relying on RNG wouldn't be, it's just not going to get you there. Exactly. And I know a lot of my friends who are Cavalier, who are looking to become Thornbreaker, were hoping that the deals from 4th of July Cavalier that had a 10% selector in them would carry over to the holiday season. They didn't. They didn't. And it just didn't make sense. None of the structure of, I thought there should have been a selector for both the $50 and the $100 deals.
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
There wasn't. So that would have been a max of what? 45%. No brand new Cavalier player is going to get 45% of one. They may be able to pull. They may get all their T5CC from there.
Yeah,
but they're not getting a ton of it, enough to push them. But those who are close, like yourself, like I'm looking at this picture. Billy D, stop it. I'm trying to make a point here. People like Dragon, and people like you, BZ, and you, Moose, and those other ones out there who I know needed less than maybe 20%, couldn't get it because they are random crystals. I know people who are ready to spend and decided, I'm just going to keep my money in my pocket because I'm not buying random.
Yeah. Exactly. For sure. Like, exactly. You're saying 45%. Even if you could have bought 45%, someone like me, that might have tipped the scales, might have done it because I would have been able to select what I wanted to. I would have become Thronebreaker. Then, hey, maybe I would spend more. But, it was absolutely nothing there. It was like nothing pushed me to that edge. And then, like you're saying, for that person who is Cavalier, who just got it, if you were able to select, 45% of something, you're already halfway there to becoming Thronebreaker, which, you're not going to break the economy of the game because there's still a whole lot you got to do or buy to get that last, because most of the T5CC that you can earn is all RNG based, if it's all, unless you can get T5CC, which is selector, which is if you 100% Abyss, which that's not that person. So, so like, there's just, exactly. A swing and a miss, 100%. I mean, they really just messed up the Cavalier deals. I mean,
I agree.
Miserably like done. Like, I don't know. Like this was funny was this week. I was going to go over it differently. But maybe differently, but this weekend kind of put it over the edge. Like I was already going to like take a break, and I'm actually going to like probably stop doing these podcasts and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, I was still kind of on the edge, right? Of like kind of wanting to do it. Like, I don't know what it was. Yeah. Like, I don't know. But then these deals hit and I was just like, oh, wow. Okay, cool. So even the game that like I put my time towards doesn't give a shit. And then even the people, not everybody, like, cause there's a whole lot of awesome people in this community that like I'm actually, absolutely love and still going to hang around for that reason. But the game and, just now everybody doesn't give a shit. So like, why the hell do I give a shit? So I'm just going to move on, so like, I don't know. Like, and I feel like there's probably a lot of people out there who were really disappointed and are at that stage where it's like what do I grind for at this point?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Brian Grant dropped the video talking about that. You guys know he's free to play. He plays in one of the highest alliances out there for Loki, but he's free to play, and he's like, even though he's Stormbreaker, he looked at the unit deals and was like, why would I spend my units grinding? Why would I grind all year to get a deal like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Even the Thornbreaker deals in the unit deals were terrible. The paid deals were good. The unit deals were not. Even though I bought everything, they weren't really good.
No, but I mean, since it's progression, and if that's, like you got a lot out of what you did, right? And you came up good. Like your RNG was good this weekend, you know. So and that's great. That's awesome. Like there's so many people out there who it did work for. Like, gosh, there's some people that I saw in our chats in the Symbiotic Empire community chat that they got some awesome stuff. Like there's this one guy I'm pretty sure who, I don't know, he just became Conquer. I don't know. The guy hasn't been playing the game. Mick Spidey, are you in here, buddy? He got some awesome stuff, dude. You see, he got like a Nick Fury. Sorry, he got a Nick Fury and a Hyperion.
He showed me in my Discord.
Right? Like, and for him being a brand new player, like that's awesome. Like, there's a lot of those players that did that, but the problem is it's luck. You know, I think, and that's really what it came down to is like, and the deals were luck. There were RNG. It wasn't, you know, it obviously wasn't. It obviously wasn't. I don't know. A swing and a miss for sure. Absolutely right.
Yeah, I agree.
Disappointing. But in so you got some good stuff though, GhostDog. Was there anything that you were super excited about? I was like, you seem to have got some pretty solid stuff. Yeah. Other than science, science didn't treat you very well.
The science Nexus class crystal did not treat your boy good at all. But it's okay. It's okay. You live, you learn, you fail. I mean, come on. I'm 50 plus crystals into Nick Fury. So I mean, what else could I expect, right?
For sure. Oh, you know what? No, that was another thing. I was gonna say, like, maybe, you know, because I could have I need Nick Fury. I could have spent the money and got all those deals and did the, you know, dual crystals, but no,
they're not guaranteed.
Because I've seen you. You know, I've seen you just like, you know, 50, just be painful.
50 crystals deep. 50 crystals deep. I'm searching for them.
So
minimum 50. I'm sure it's like 52, 53, something around there. And
whatever. It's too many.
Way too many.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I got another video coming out tomorrow for because I saved the 5-star shards from the deals that we got for the mutant skill crystals that rolled out yesterday. So I have a video that's coming out Monday that you guys will get to see. And spoiler alert, I didn't get Nick Fury.
I was gonna say, like, you probably would have a way different tune if you did. Oh, that's awesome. Oh gosh. But yeah, so I mean, so shame, whatever on the Cavalier deals. I mean, I feel like they could have made a whole lot more money, which is disappointing really at the end of the day. You have these people who are like begging and saving their money and just wanting to give it to you, and you just can't give them it to it because you think it's going to break the economy. Yet the deals for Cavalier were so creating such a bigger gap that
but you know what? In saying that, Moose, right? The one thing I will say is if you're a spender or you're planning to spend on the game anyway, and you're spending just to buy units because you want to complete content or whatnot, I think in my personal opinion, regardless of what they throw in with those Odins or whatnot,
might as well
I feel like it's always a win. Because if you're gonna spend money anyway, and you need the units to complete a lot of content, whether it be finish Act 6 or, I don't think that you can ever go wrong with that. Because people spend $100 and just get the units only. So even if they were doing a deal, I mean, I know it's not great compared to the past. I think one of the things with us is because we've been players for so many years of the game, we've seen so many deals that they've got right and so many deals that they've got wrong. So when we do see a deal that doesn't quite match up, it's so difficult for us as kind of experienced players to go ahead and say, oh, I want to buy that, because you know that there's been better. But for newer players that don't know any better, for them it's like, wow, this is amazing. You mean to tell me if I buy an Odin's, they're going to give me this stuff for free? So I feel like if they've been planning to spend, you're always going to benefit from buying at times where they're throwing in things for free, because it's the best time to buy units because you're getting a 6-star crystal for free. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah, for sure.
The grind for a 6-star crystal without that is so long for a lot of players.
No,
so I think that's a great time to spend on buying units for sure.
No, I think that's a great point, and I think there is a huge difference between people who have played the game for probably, I don't know, say 4 years plus, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe even 3 years plus between the people who have been playing it for maybe 1 to 2 to maybe 3 years. Like there's a huge gap. Not gap,
Yeah.
but like
Definitely a huge gap. Yeah.
there's like a different knowledge, right? There's a different perspective. There's the word.
Yes.
There's a different perspective of the game, and I think you're right. Like, if you're gonna spend the game, you're gonna spend. If you're getting the extra, you're getting the extra. Like any extra is great. Like, okay, cool. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get to pick from 3 different 6 stars. You know, cool. Whatever. At the end of the day, it's a 6-star. Like it's adding to your, it's adding to your roster, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think that brings up a point that I maybe have been, I've been maybe trying to preach or whatever, that like, I feel like they're trying to, the game itself, but to me, it would make sense if I was Kabam to be like, okay, hey, we need to get rid of those people's voices, or maybe like not have those people's voices be so loud, or like not have them group together online and constantly chat so much to give these people those ideas, right? Like, so I mean, maybe it's pushing people like me out of the game, or maybe not like me personally, or maybe that's just my perspective. But I feel like, from a strategy point, it would make sense.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree.
I don't know. That's my little 2 cents on the matter. But maybe that's just because, like, I feel like a jaded, bitter old man who's like played the game for too long, and like, just like, I don't know, just like tired.
I feel like there's so to sort of go on the point that you just made. There's already so many things in the game that are RNG based, that at a time where you're prepping to do something good for the community, like bring in deals where you're gonna want to entice people to want to spend their money, the RNG perspective of those deals should be removed.
Correct.
That's the best thing to do. You want people to spend money. It's like, oh guys, quick little advert. Oh guys, you play MCOC? Oh, you sick and tired of the RNG based crystal luck? You sick and tired of the opening T5C class catalysts for the last 10 months and not getting the one you need? Well, hide no more. We have new Cyber Weekend deals where you can select anything you want. I feel like that was a great opportunity for them.
I felt like I was getting my wallet ready.
Exactly.
No, absolutely, dude. I feel like exactly. I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. I mean, that's the point. It's these weekends. It's those big ones that they even did it on 4th of July. Why not? Exactly. Just say, all right, here, we'll gladly take your money and we'll give you what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the rest of the year, we're not going to give you what you want.
Exactly. And the thing is, it benefits them. It makes people want to play their game more. It makes people spend more time being excited about champions, ranking champions up, then using champions to play more content. They value the thing about splitting the game into is you got your free-to-play players, then you got your pay-to-win players. Your pay-to-win players, you're going to benefit from heavily from these times where you've got these deals. But then you're also going to benefit heavily from the side that you get from the free-to-play players, because they play the game a lot, they engage with the game a lot. But if you ever wanted pay-to-win players to actually engage with the game and play the game, these times where they bring out these offers are the best times, because if you give some of the pay-to-play players what they need, they're likely to play the game more. And that's what I find with a lot of the people that do pay a lot of money and spend a lot of money on the game. They don't actually play the game. They'll spend all these money, they'll buy crystals and whatnot, and then it'll just be like, yeah, I got all these champs, but yeah, all I do is play AQ. It's like, okay,
what?
Use the same 3 champions every day. No, for sure, exactly, and but that's the whole philosophy behind the game, right? You're paying to win at the end of the day. But yeah, no, exactly. I see what you're saying, because at the end of the day, they're gonna also then stick around even if they're bored, right?
Exactly.
They're gonna stick around. They're like, 4th of July is rolling around. There might be some cool deals. I might get something else that might be fun.
Yeah.
I might get that. I need my
20th. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So no, for sure, exactly. They definitely missed, and I don't know. I wonder what the philosophy behind all that was. Seems strange. To me, it does seem like if you were literally right on that edge, that's who it was geared towards. Like, if you just needed a little tiny bit to go, that was. But even if you needed to select it, I don't know. It's super frustrating. It's like, because like even on my alt accounts, I think I was like 5,000 away of T4 CCs, or like one full one, and like 4,000 away from rank 5ing like a Doom or something. And I opened up like 50 T4 full CCs and like 50 shard crystals and didn't get what I needed. Like not even like close. And I was just like, you gotta be like absolutely kidding me. Like,
yeah, that's
you know, and I think it's because I started using that account more. So, you know, like, so they're like, oh, okay, well, we got him. So we don't need to give it to him right now, you know? So like, I don't know. But yeah, so I mean, that's, you know, I guess that's all the fun or all the bad stuff or whatever you want to call it in the game. But the other thing that honestly I am looking forward to, and for like, I guess, hanging around, because, you know, I do appreciate, and the art of the game is amazing. Like I absolutely love the art of the game. Just the champ quality and how they made, and just the graphics when it actually works, you know, like when the AI actually works, is amazing. You know, and it definitely seems like they're kind of stepping up their game as far as that goes next month with Spider-Ham, right?
Oh yeah.
He seems like he's going to be pretty fun. You got any fun news on that, GhostDog being CCP?
No, nothing that you guys haven't already seen yet.
Okay, yeah. It was funny, is my little leaked video there has like 3,000 views or something, but none of my other ones have more than like 80.
And I think, you know what, to touch on that, right? I think that one of the good things about seeing a champion like this is we're so used to looking at new champions coming into the game and being like, oh, is he got it? Oh no, he looks like he's going to be useless. But bring in champions that are going to make the game fun, like Venom the Duck. Venom the Duck seems like such a fun champion to use, and I feel like it'd be nice to get the game back into that kind of direction, because with everything with all the nerfs that's been going on with regards to like the difficulty of the content in the game in general, it's nice to now not only have to rely on 2 to 5 champions to complete certain pieces of content. It's nice to actually have a wider range of champions that you can bring in to different parts of the game. And seeing fun characters come in, because not every single Marvel character can be amazing in the game. It's just not going to happen. But the thought of a character coming in and it being like, okay, well, like for instance, Platinum Pool's not amazing, but it's fun to use. It's different. It's different than all the other characters that we have. So when using him, it's like, actually, let me see. Let me have a little bit of fun with this guy. Even if you're not doing no difficult content, maybe you're just, you know, got it on autopilot and you're just sort of you're just grinding through the easier levels of Event Quest to get a few extra resources or whatnot. You can just literally write on there and say, oh, let me see some of the animations that I'm not used to seeing, because I'm normally always restricted to Ghost, Corvus, and Mega Red and blah, blah, blah. So, like, you know, I think that, you know, in the future, I would love to see a lot more of them, those like fun characters, because, yeah, man, I think the game definitely needs a little bit more of that.
For sure. Yeah, and then GhostDog, who's the other champ? I was trying to look it up. It was
there is no champ for December.
It's not Scarlet Witch?
No.
I thought it was Scarlet Witch Sigil.
That was a leak thing. I could be wrong.
Fair enough.
But I believe there is no second champ this month.
I was going to say, because I remember, I mean, it's on like the front cover where it's like, there's like a Scarlet Witch. But I mean, that could just also be whatever. But then also, what, Daredevil? Daredevil's getting the old buff, right? Hell's Kitchen, getting rid of Netflix. I'm sure like the contract ran out or something around there, so we're getting rid of the name. Might as well do a buff while we're at it.
We're gonna see Amazon Daredevil next. Right. Amazon Prime Daredevil edition.
Hulu Venom the Duck. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no. So that's I haven't actually looked much at the Daredevil, but does he look like he's going to be a good one? Just like kind of off the top.
Yeah, he seems on paper he seems to be pretty solid.
Okay, nice. I saw there was a lot of like different. There's like 2 different modes to him or whatever, right? I'm trying to bring it up. Honestly, I had it.
Probably should be better off.
Went away.
And so
here, I got it right here. Devil of Hell's Kitchen. Debuff, shrug off. Oh, fun. So yeah, I posted this picture here, and it's like Scarlet Witch. What is it? Movie MCU or whatever. So that's not actually happening. Purify mechanics. Okay, cool. Strengths. He can shrug off deep.
Kabam have done a really good job of the champions that they have been given buffs to.
For sure.
I don't really think have we received the character that's had a buff where it's sort of within this recent period that's been really bad?
The only ones that people are not fond of are Old Man Logan, I believe. That comes off the top of my head, and people more or less thought that he was nerfed.
But see, the thing is, right? Like, would those people still think that if they never had all these godly characters, and say if you're a new player and you pull Old Man Logan as one of your first 5 stars, would that type of player still feel like they, how you would have felt if you pulled Old Man Logan prior to the buff? And
for sure.
No,
I know exactly what you're saying. It was what we were talking about earlier. It's the old perspective, it's like, he sucks. I don't want him anymore or whatever,
Exactly.
Like no matter what, Scarlet Witch is just going to be amazing to me because I had her pre 12.0, so she's just going to be amazing to me. I wanted that. New people are going to be like, oh, is she good? She doesn't seem very good, and you have to critical hit or whatever, so I don't know. But for sure, no, I definitely would say that. Would you say there were any off the top of your head, GhostDog?
I'm sorry, I'm answering 3 questions somewhere else.
You're
Say
good.
that one more time.
Any new champs that gotten a buff that aren't really that great?
Yeah. I honestly didn't care for Punisher 2099's buff, but some people like it.
I agree with that.
That's the one I could probably that sticks out the most.
Yeah.
It does seem like a pain though when you fight him now. He just like seems to regen at the end there. Is it regen a lot, or is it like just the node he's on?
It has to be the node he's on because it's always regen.
Okay. It just seems to do it a lot more often. So I mean that's always a good thing, I guess, right? But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. So we'll see what happens with this Scarlet Witch here. But yeah, no. So Devil of Hell's Kitchen, Daredevil. I brought him up. Which the other cool thing is they're so they were talking about right in just the MCU. They were talking about bringing him back or like movie version or whatever, and they were talking about the same actor bringing him back as playing Daredevil. So that would be cool. I feel like that'd be interesting. He was a good Daredevil. Eh? Did you guys watch that version? The Netflix Daredevil?
The Netflix version? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
He might be coming back as the
could be.
They're in talks or whatever. Yeah. But so the strengths of Daredevil of Hell's Kitchen. There's a lot of devils going on here. So his strengths are he shrugs off debuffs, he does bleed damage, combo manipulation, very unique ability similar to Squirrel Girl. Daredevil has the ability to consume his own combo. Use this to your advantage to shrug off debuffs with Daredevil's base abilities or better managed nodes like counter tactics. Interesting. So Squirrel Girl's tactic where you can consume your combo, like the higher combo you have, you can shrug off debuffs. Is that kind of thing there? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know Squirrel Girl very well.
Yeah, you can shrug off debuffs more.
Okay. So yeah, one of the things I was talking about earlier was he's almost has like 2 different, it seems like phases. Yeah. So if your combo meter is 15 or lower, you're in Murdoch Boy mode, I guess. That is a very weird name for that. Seems weird saying it, honestly. But maybe I guess if you're like a comic fan, if you know the story of that, please somebody tell me why, because other than that, it just seems weird. But it says, so the unbreakable spirit of battling Jack Murdoch grants the following. When inflicted with a non-damaging debuff, one of the Each of the non-damaging debuff is purified after 0.5 seconds. Each time this ability triggers, he gains 5+ in the combo meter. This ability goes cooldown for 2 seconds. So, I mean, it just seems like he's going to be, you're really going to have to be relying on that combo, right? Keeping your combos, which I know that can also honestly be tough for some people, right? I know some people can't use Aegon, right, for that particular reason. He gets to be pretty tough.
Yeah, I feel like this is a dig at me.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, is it you? I don't know, man. I don't have Aegon. I've never used him. So
I do type in MCT player, and your name comes up quite a bit.
That's awesome. Oh gosh, that's incredible. That's too funny. But yeah, so I mean, he seems like he's gonna. There's a lot, like all the newer champs. I mean, I think Hulkbuster was probably one of the best examples of just how simplified the like champ abilities sheet was, and then after the nerd or buff or whatever, it's just like pages and pages. So, cool. I mean, it seems like he seems like he's gonna be super useful. I'd like to watch some videos and see some extra, stuff on him and watch him and pay attention. I guess I was doing I was working on this. I don't have my video on in Discord. I'll show you guys real quick. I've been working on this little crystal here. If you saw it on the YouTube, you could see it, but not on YouTube, on the Twitter.
Symbiotic Empire emblem.
Yeah, Zach Monster. He wanted me to make a Venom one, so I made that. So I was working on that. Which is why I didn't really look up anything or watch any videos. So, so when is what is this? December 3rd? Is that when the next all the stuff's coming along?
Wednesday, Tuesday.
One of them days.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
You sure?
No. Look, man, I just got done eating a plate of leftovers before the podcast as well.
Oh, so you're starting to fall asleep on us.
Yeah, now getting that not ahead there going.
Okay, it'll probably be update out on Tuesday. So anyone that's got to finish Cavalier and stuff, do that, because when it comes to time to update your game, we know how it goes. So the game will probably be down from Tuesday to Wednesday.
Right. I did that on last week's. I do like a radio show, and on the radio show, I was like, all right, so we got new weeks coming, you got new champs coming in, got a new buff, so absolutely be ready for you got Cyber Weekend, ready for maintenance. Gotta be ready for it. Yeah, man. So GhostDog, you said you got some opening videos coming on this week. Killer Beezy, you're not streaming, but you are playing, or?
I mean, yeah. So basically, so kind of from last week, I kind of made a point of starting like doing content again. So I kind of get to the point where if I'm not doing a video, then they'll get a live stream. If they don't get a live stream, it'll be because I'm working on a video to upload to the channel. So yeah.
He's definitely gonna be live next week because he's got to do his incursion run with his partner.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that next week.
Okay, nice, awesome.
A lot of deaths, not from me though.
Look, man, we all know Siren carries you, bro.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Speaking of videos, Moose, real quick. Not just this week. I've already dropped one today, so please go watch that video. Please help me recoup some of the money that I've spent.
Yeah, man, get that video up there so we can, get a couple bucks out of it. That's awesome. So good luck. Have you done your run on the incursions yet there, GhostDog?
No, we're doing ours this weekend.
Okay, nice. Awesome.
We had a good practice run. Yeah, we had a good practice run last week, so we're gonna make it. We're gonna go ahead and get it done this week.
For sure.
Well,
awesome.
We ain't no choice to get it done this week, but
no, yeah, you don't. So yeah, I would address. I'll address why I'm not. Why I'm backing out of the tournament and anything like that. If anybody even cares to ask or anything. I've just pretty much lost all drive for the game, and really much of anything else. I mean, there's just I feel like really there's just a lot of kind of people in the game. I'm sure you guys know because you guys are YouTubers and are out there and putting it out there and stuff where this stuff should be fun and there's a lot of people out there who don't make it very fun. And I think my perspective on the game and where I like come at, like I don't, like I guess I'm not like, I don't know. I do things. I think I'm doing things to like try to help people, I guess, or at least I don't know.
Help people or make it more fun for people. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I try to do things to just add in that little bit more fun, and I just I don't know, it just wasn't very fun anymore, and it was really like it was just kind of eating at my day. Like I think the writing was on the wall. If you kind of look over the last few episodes, not few episodes, but just I guess my perspective, even just when I stepped down from leading and all that stuff, just where I guess I'm like I kept putting things off that I needed to do like in life. I guess I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll put that off like for another hour or so while I do this, and I just kept putting those things off, and eventually it just caught up to me where I'm just like, this is silly. Like I'm putting up too much time into something that should be fun, and I'm making it not fun for myself. So, and the whole like tournament thing, I was sitting here just sanding this trophy for hours and hours and hours, and there's just all these people just talking shit. I know there's a lot of people out there who like appreciated me and what I was doing, and I absolutely, and those were the people that kept me going, I think, for so long. But just sitting here sanding and just watching people talk shit constantly was really disheartening. So it made me not want to do it anymore. So that's why I'm not doing it anymore. But all that stuff is still up there. I'll still be, if you do need a hand, I will still absolutely be, here to kind of help you. And if you need a hand, I will definitely be here to help. But as far as like putting time out of my day, I don't think I'll be able to do it anymore.
That I can understand.
Yeah. I get. I mean, I get you. Trust me, bro.
For sure.
I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, this is the on week for me. So
yeah,
let's see how long it lasts. But yeah, I think you definitely got to. If it's not making you happy, or you're not feeling the vibes for doing it, there's only a certain amount of time within a day. So if
exactly.
you dedicate in your time to do something where it's either not being appreciated, or you yourself feel like your time could be used more doing certain other things, you have to do it, man. Life is too short.
Exactly, man. And so, and I think this whole just kind of week with honestly, like Thanksgiving snuck up on me. It was just, and it's a thing where I was a cook for a long time, so I cooked for the family, and it's just I enjoy getting together with all the family, and I just felt like I was rushed around then, and I didn't appreciate it, I guess. So, but I still love, like I said, I was talking about earlier. This game inspires me almost every day, like just going in and seeing the champs, and like recently, even just I think there's that unit card like on the front thing where it looks like a credit card. Every time I logged in the game and saw that, I was like, gosh, I really think it'd be so fun to hold one of those, right? So things like that like constantly inspire me in the game. So like I'll still be playing because it's a fun game, as far as like I was saying, it's just interactive and fun, and how I play is fun. But yeah, I think getting back to using those fun champs and not like, oh god, I really got to get that T5CC so I can grind. So I don't want to have dinner right now with you, girlfriend. I'm gonna go grind my game. So I'm looking forward to getting it being fun again. I understand that I always take it too far too. Like whenever I get into the game, I start leading 6 alliances and building 4 more, alliances on top of that. So maybe also just kind of taking a step back and finding a little bit more perspective is going to help out too.
Dude, I'm telling you, you see, when you start playing this game like without the pressure, and you start realizing you're playing for fun, it feels like you're playing a completely different game.
For sure.
Once you get to the stage where you no longer feel like it's a chore and you have to do, like I run map 5 now. A lot of people say, oh, but you can run map 6, bro. You got the champions. Yes, I have. But I also like the fact that I can pick up the game and play it when I need to, not when I have to. And that for me is the biggest difference between like playing the game long term and really enjoying it, rather than playing the game because you feel like you have to, up until the point where you're like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. So when you start playing for fun, bro, you are gonna love this game, man.
For sure. I have the last couple days, just even kind of going in and not even just, because it's already the end of the month, right? So I've kind of already done all those things that, give you the most amount of rewards. Or I'm not going to 100% Cavalier because I'm not going to put that much time into it. At this point, I guess. I don't know. Plus getting the gamma shards was cool. So like I did all that other stuff. So, but yeah, I definitely have been enjoying it more so since it's just been fun.
Oh, so you've been playing the game for fun recently?
Yeah, really for like the last week. I haven't been leading and all
I wonder
that
why
stuff.
you was glowing like that.
Right? I haven't been playing I haven't been like leading or anything for probably like I don't know, maybe like it's been like one AQ series, I think. But my main account was like 2-3 weeks. So yeah, it has just been more fun.
Really been taken off.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then I think also just I felt a lot of pressure every day from this tournament and the podcast, and just I honestly I put a lot and too much on my plate is really what it came down to. And I think I just completely burnt myself out, which I feel like everybody has that story, right?
Yeah, it does. It happens to everyone, man.
That's one of the reasons why this past summer I took the summer off. I wanted to make sure that I could pick the game up when I wanted to pick it up.
For sure.
Yeah. Obviously, we went through COVID, so I didn't get out as much as I wanted to. But yeah, I definitely think it's well deserved throughout times that you step away from certain things of the game, whether it's Alliance or whether it's even and I give BZ a lot of crap, but even when it's when you need to step away from YouTube, when you need to step away from Twitch, when you need to step away from whatever you're doing that's taking up too much of your time that you're not able to do and you lose yourself in that game.
Yeah.
Then there you go.
For sure.
You need to step back.
Definitely. Because different people have different tolerant levels, man. Like, you got some people that can just do it 24/7 and go for ages.
But in reality, are they really having fun?
Exactly.
Are they really having fun when they're doing it like that?
Exactly. It's true.
I hope so. I hope if you're putting that much time into it. I didn't really realize I wasn't having that much fun, I think, until I was just like I had the thought cross my mind. I was like, oh shit, it's not fun anymore. But like other than that, I was just like, oh, like I gotta do it because like, oh, like I don't know, maybe because like I feel like I'm letting people down too. So I apologize if I am, but I'm sorry, kind of not sorry. Like it is a game at the end of the day, and we all should just be kind of having fun. But I understand that there are commitments like this, like GhostDog. I do apologize. We have been kind of doing this and making commitments and things like that. So just to kind of all of a sudden drop it, I feel like maybe not living up to my end of the bargain. But
no, like you said, if I paid attention, like I was like, I could tell you now the podcast I thought we would still do. But
yeah,
I understand what it was. And, you're saying like, hey, you need to step back from this. It's fully understandable.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you hadn't said it, I don't know how much longer before I would have to say, hey, I need to take a few weeks off from this because of obligations to family stuff. Like I had people ask me to do stuff today. I was kind of like, I got my podcast at 4:00.
Right. And like, and saying it like that, you're like, I got my podcast, it's like, I love doing this. I absolutely love doing this. And I love being able to talk about it. Yeah.
It's been a ton of fun.
Absolutely.
And having guests on like BZ, we had Dork Lessons. We've had
Dan from MC from Frontline. He's been on all the shows. Thanks for that. That was awesome.
Hector and Hector Yeet on a few weeks back. We've had MSD. We had ILAC in Super. We've had Nick. We've had Boom Pow. We've just had a lot of great different guests. Some you would hear in other podcast shows. Some you might not have ever known about if you didn't come here at all.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's been really great to do this, to talk about the game with people who play the game with us and get their opinions and their perspectives. Get your opinion, your perspective. You get my opinion, my perspective, and we all can go back to, having fun in the game. And for this to come to the end after 30, was it 6 hours?
6, yeah.
It's kind of bittersweet.
For sure.
Because honestly, when we started it, I don't know if you thought that we were going to go this long.
I did.
I didn't know if we were going to go this long.
Not at all. We were talking about it last week. Yeah, I didn't think so either. And even because when I was talking about it with Nick XN, I don't know, like I still enjoy it so much. Like it is still a lot of fun. But again, yeah, like I think just since I don't care about all the little details in MCOC as much anymore, just preparing for shows and all that stuff it's just not that fun, at the end of the day. So, but doing the podcast and talking about it and just talking about champs and kind of what they bring to the game and even just backgrounds and things like that, to me is a lot of fun. So, I was going to, kind of take this holidays off, if you will. And then maybe regroup for like maybe a monthly, more Marvel wide, like broader podcast.
Okay.
Obviously I would definitely bring, I would love to have you guys on and chat and all that stuff. But yeah, because this is so much fun. I think maybe just a weekly grind. I think it just added more to the grind, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
Is probably,
Go. I mean, it's hats off to people like Cam
and
sure. Star and the GhostDog podcast.
Absolutely.
Every week to know, now have experienced this ourselves, to know like, man, there's a lot of work than just turning on a mic and talking.
For sure, dude. Absolutely.
Do you know what? One thing I've learned in my process of doing YouTube, right, is because while I've been doing YouTube, I always used to feel like when I couldn't commit to something, I was letting a lot of people down. And I would always feel the need to then explain things to people and announce things to people. And the more I done it, the more I realized that I was also hurting myself within the process, because the people that really enjoy watching me, the community that enjoy hanging out and whatnot, they fully understand, and they will never want to put you in a position where you are suffering because you're trying to stay committed to YouTube. And when I learned that, it made me just feel like so much weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and that I didn't have to announce every time something personal was going on with me. And like, it was just as simple as whenever they do see me, it can just be like, you check in, like, hey dude, sorry I haven't really been around, man, a lot's been going on, but we're good, man, how's everyone doing today? And I feel like, obviously you have a lot of people that love and support your show and you as a person, and love what you guys have been doing for so long. And I feel like anything that you was to do going forward or pick up whenever you felt like you had the time to do so, you still have people. The people that are here now will still be there and ready to hang out with you whenever you're ready, dude. So myself included, because I just realized I wasn't subscribed to your channel, bro. So I'm subscribed now. But man, like going forward, man, like the number one thing in life, especially with what the world's going through right now and everything, is you have to do what makes you happy, dude. And like the people that have been on your journey so far, with the both of you together, I feel like whatever was to happen going forward, there'd always be a level of support, and hopefully that support will grow. And once that grows, you'd be happy, because you wouldn't feel like you're so restricted and committed to something that doesn't necessarily make you as happy as you could be. And once you start to build that, the support will just flood in, dude. So, best of luck. And, hopefully we'll all be here supporting, bro.
Absolutely. No, I appreciate it, man. And I think that's, those are solid points. Oh gosh, I totally just spaced on it. No, yeah, I did.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I saw you hold your eye, and I thought, God damn, I made him cry, man. Is that a tear? I was like, is that a tear?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I definitely just blacked out for a second. Oh no, that's what it was. I think that was that, like, why the people that do tune in and listen and watch our show for GhostDog, just the GhostDog, we brought over so much fans that are now, fans of the stuff I do. Just Ghost Dog is just a regular person, and that's also one of the reasons why I chose him, or like asked him first really to do this with me was, like I wanted somebody who was real, and who wasn't like fake, and like the people who are fans of ours are fans of us because they like who we are as people. So exactly to your
100%.
point. And I think it's tough to understand that, I guess, at certain points, or, I mean, I don't know, maybe other perspectives and other influences, I guess, come in to where maybe you lose focus or this or that. But yeah, absolutely. When, you understand that those people, those fans really do appreciate you for you. I think it's definitely a solid and a plus. So I appreciate you letting us know. That's awesome. You still over there, Ghost Dog?
I am here.
Oh, okay.
Here. Soak it in. It was the day that I got you sent me the message. I wasn't even looking at my phone. I was actually at work doing something, and something said, "Look at your phone real quick." And I grabbed my phone, and the very first thing that popped up was your message. And I was kind of like, it took me back for a second. I was kind of like, in my back of my mind, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming for one of us, if not both of us, just because of the amount of time we put into everything else that we do. And maybe, we just so much on our plates and this and that. And then, like you said, there are some people in the community that make it not fun for us. There's probably a more majority of people that do make it fun for us. And there's few out there that don't make it fun for people. I know they think they're just being funny, but in reality, you're just really crapping on the people who are trying to make things better within the community of the game.
Yeah.
So grow up, enjoy the game for what it is. It's a freaking game.
Right.
I try not to curse. So freaking is the best you're going to get from me. I have to keep that level on me. Otherwise, when I get on YouTube, it'll just be all bad.
The floodgates are coming. Turn
floodgates open.
Yelling at everybody like they're his son.
Family, this is how I feel.
Do your fucking homework. On my YouTube, somebody had a great question. Mike Middleton, thanks for asking it. Levi, he said, as our podcast comes to an end, can you recall a favorite episode that you had that you can recall off the top of your head, Ghost Dog?
Favorite episode? All these episodes are my favorite, honestly, man. I really enjoy, like, when Moose asked me, I was like, hell yeah, put me on the podcast.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, right, for me, it's been all of them. I mean, I know it's tough to say, but I think just the whole process.
The process in general, because each week brought something new. Yeah. Our very first podcast was, I think our first 2 or 3 podcasts were just Moose and I talking back and forth. Nobody else there. We weren't on Discord yet. And it was just kind of us talking back and forth. And those were probably, honestly, as much as I love having you guys here, those were the fun ones, I think, because that was just us. Because we knew each other, because we've kind of chatted in the Empire chat before, but we didn't really know each other. So we were like really learning each other at that point as far as how to be podcast co-host. And I think now that has shown 36 episodes later that where we're at, he knows my strengths and weaknesses on the podcast. I know his strengths and weaknesses on the podcast. We know where we can carry each other at. He knows that when I'm not paying attention, I should be, because I'm doing 90 other things in the background. And he can kind of carry the show, and then hopefully vice versa. When he's got things going on, I can kind of carry the show a little bit, and then bringing in a different guest. And the people that you brought in were people that not necessarily people would think of, like Nick and like Boom Pow and a few other people. People's Champ, before People's Champ started doing other stuff, like people didn't know who these people were prior to that. And that podcast, I would hope, brought some light to them as people within the community on things that they've done.
Absolutely.
And then, I mean, the guests I brought in probably have been a little bit more known, and, people, I think they kind of just drew newer people to the channel that may not have been here. So it's just been a fun overall process of really getting to know each other. And Nick, I don't care who you get ready to take to rank 5, take the stupid picture down.
Oh gosh, I didn't have it up. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't know, Mojo maybe. No, just
Long shot. Here, take a long shot up the ring 5.
yeah, there you go, long shot.
Iceman getting ring 5 next.
Oh, that's funny. Oh gosh, Billy D. Blah blah blah. That's funny. Yeah, man. So honestly, yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. I know, I'm not done. Like, I'm still like gonna do like the Patreon, and that's gonna be more, because I enjoy doing the 3D printing thing. Like one of the things I was working on today, actually, before we came on here, was like a base. Because I realized that like people really like wanted. I think why maybe people haven't been getting them, or one thing I've been wanting to do with the crystals is make a base and have it look like like it was part of like the game or whatever. So there's like a little looks like it's
Okay,
part of the
part
game or whatever.
of the game, battleground type thing.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be like a little light in there and stuff. So I'm stuff like I said, the game is so inspiring. The stuff that like Gabo and the game and what they do is awesome. I love playing the game. So like you were saying, BZ, when it's fun, it's definitely fun. So when it doesn't,
I have a question for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously it's one thing doing content when you're actually playing the game, when you're streaming. And I find it so relaxing when you're doing something like this, because I've done a few things like this on my channel where you're sitting and you're discussing the game, but you're not actually doing gameplay. So therefore, all of your attention and whatnot can just be on the topic of discussion and the people in the chat. And I find that they're so relaxing. But in you guys' experience of the shows that you guys have done and all the people that you've spoken to, and this is whether it's someone that GhostDog kind of brought in, and therefore like Moose, you didn't really have a relationship with them, or vice versa, where you've brought someone onto the show and Ghost didn't really have a relationship with them. Who has been the person on the show that one of you guys have brought on, and from that moment that they've been on the show, you've kind of formed a really good friendship with them? Like maybe you might not have spoken to them that much. Maybe it could have been a YouTuber and you've spoken to them a handful of times in their stream, but because they've been on the show, the friendship level with them, you talk to them a lot more regularly. You kind of reach out to each other, or maybe talk to each other a bit more outside of like live streams and stuff like that. Has there been anyone like that has appeared on the show?
For me, the guy who just tagged me in this picture has been my now online Twitter, everywhere nemesis ever since he pulled him. He politely told me he apologized, but then antagonized me about next year. Nick, you are one of my faves. I appreciate you. I think we kind of got a good thing going on at John back and forth. As Moo00se says, I have the best trolls.
Absolutely.
And I think Nick has worked himself into one of those troll areas that have came along.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, you absolutely, dude. No, Nick's awesome. Yeah, he's been here since day one, man, and I absolutely appreciate that, XN. Yeah, we've been definitely, friends since this. We haven't had him on the show, Nerd or Hyena or whichever name he has on here, but ever since like he's come in and been a fan of the show, we talked a lot, and then he came into the Symbiotic Empire, the community of alliances we have there, and he's brought more people in, and just we've had great chats, and I think I think he is the one person that sticks out that I think we chat more so. But yeah, I don't know, as far as like people coming on the show is that's a great question. I don't know if there's any like guests that we've necessarily had on the show, because I think we just have such. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'd say Super Gaming. Super Gaming was the person who I think I've had more of a relationship with now. Like I've been starting to kind of do some other stuff for him, and that was somebody that GhostDog brought on the show. So
yeah, it's my boy.
He's a good dude, man. I love him, bro. He's a really good dude, man.
Yeah, Super Gaming's awesome, man.
In saying that, one of the most difficult things to do, in my opinion, is build a community that's already inside a community. And you guys have done an amazing job doing that. because if you've brought in people that have wanted to bring in more people to get involved in what you're doing, bro, that's in my opinion, that can be one of the hardest things to do, because there's so many people that start things like this and they don't really see the results that they want to see, and it's like, oh, I don't really want to do that. It's not worth it. Let me just do something else. And to do it for the amount of time you guys have done it and brought people in, and people have brought in other people, and that's amazing, man. That's amazing, man. Guys in the chat, can you guys see that I'm trying to get them to give us another show next week? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Fun and joke aside, man, you guys have done an amazing job.
Thanks, man. No, I definitely appreciate that, man. It's been a crazy ride. I think this chapter may have come to an end, but I definitely don't think that the whole story for me on
it's not the end of the
podcasting and stuff has exactly hasn't ended, because I've met so many awesome people. GhostDog, definitely one of them, as far as just chatting with, like you're saying, like you were saying, like it's just kind of relaxing, just sitting here chatting about the game. And that's one of the things, and one of the reasons why, honestly, like I love all the fans and I love everybody coming with, but I just loved also just chatting with GhostDog each week. Part of like I play hockey, and just part of like hockey and being on a team and stuff like that is just chatting in the locker room, or just chatting out over a beer or whatever after the game. And this was that for me, as far as the MCOC goes. So I loved it. I love just hanging around, just chatting, relaxing about it, just getting your thoughts off your head instead of just typing it all day.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, and that was the one thing I know. I did try streaming once, or like I do try it, I guess, Tuesday nights, but I'm never very good at it, because like having a chat with the chat room, like I don't know how to do that. And people like BZ, like you're great at it. GhostDog, you're another great person at it. But BZ, that's something that do you find that being something that like is relaxing as well as just kind of chatting with like the chat room as well? Because that's also, hats off to you for being good at that, because that's not something I'm good at.
Oh yeah, bro. I'll be honest with you. I obviously stream on Twitch as well, and one of the things for me is, I'll be honest with you, I can sit there and stream and not give two hoots about what I'm doing on the game. It's one of the reasons why all of my event quest first completion runs, they take about 3 or 4 hours, because I spend most of that time wanting to read. I'm a bit like GhostDog, where like, you got a lot of people in the chat that will troll me, and I find it so people don't realize that when they're coming to watch me stream for entertainment, I also get so much entertainment myself out of it. And therefore I'm not, they thank me and they're like, yo, dude, thank you for streaming. And I'm like, dude, you guys don't understand. Thank you for being here.
Right.
Because when you're playing a game that you feel like is repetitive and whatnot, like, you jump on and you want to stream a monthly event quest, but the experience you have with the people that sit in your chat and how they interact with you as a streamer, man, it does so much for you as a streamer, man. Like it gives you a different type of feeling. And I would never, if I didn't have people in the chat to sit down and sort of have the discussions that they have with me when I do stream, I probably wouldn't be playing this game right now.
Yeah,
it's that experience that helps you want to progress, and it gives you the motivation to think, actually, I do want to continue doing this, because even if it's just 2 or 3 people that are interested in chilling out with me when we're all playing the game together, that's all that matters, man. I could see one person in the chat and me and that one person can have a conversation, and like it just, that interaction is something that once you've established something like that with someone, it's very hard to put that to one side, because you value it so much.
No, that's great. No, that's a great way of putting it. Yeah. That's and that's the connection. I feel like, I guess probably, I think overdoing it with the podcast, it's a little easier to do it now. But yeah, definitely. No, I think doing it, with Twitch and YouTube, and just doing it while you're gaming and stuff is definitely a talent. And yeah, that's cool. Like I could definitely get that feeling. That's awesome. Gosh, when you pop on, you probably have a lot of people hopping on there, but
do you know what? I don't really, it's, I mean, it could be anything from, I don't know, on an average day, it could be anything from like maybe 30 to 60.
For sure.
On a new content day, it could be anything from maybe 100 to 200.
Hmm.
So it really kind of depends. But I'll be honest with you. One of the things I say to people, because there's a lot of streamers that will say to me, "Oh, dude, like, what do I do? How do I grow?" And I say to people, I never look at numbers for anything.
For sure.
I never look at how when if you see my like Streamlabs and stuff when I have all the things where it counts my viewers. I've got them all turned off. I
Yeah.
can't see how many viewers I have in my chat. I can't. So when I see people saying, "Oh, like 300, like 200 people in the chat," I'm like, "Oh, wow," because like I don't have any of that stuff available because when in the early stages of like growing and stuff like that, I find that a lot of those things are very demotivating when you like, maybe you uploaded a video and 1 week the video gets a certain number, then you upload again with an expectation and that positive mind frame thinking, okay, like hopefully it's all onwards and upwards from here and we grow from here, and then you kind of see the next video that you post do so bad and you're like, well, how come I've gone backwards? And like part of the thing that I do is I just don't look at my numbers for anything. And I feel like if you don't know what your numbers are, it can't demotivate you. And that's how I'm just always positive when it comes to anything to do with doing a video or anything like that, because it's something that I just don't make a focus,
Hmm. And that's kind of I guess that's probably where I was going with it. I mean, I guess the comment of gosh, you probably have a lot in there, but where I was going with it was like it's probably difficult for you because you do care about the chat, so you do have that conversation with those people. So that's probably why you don't care. You want to chat with somebody. So if they're there chatting with you, you're going to be chatting with them too. So yeah, I could see developing a skill of doing it when there's 30 people in there. Yeah, it probably does take a long time to get through like an event quest when you're chatting with like 60 people. That's awesome though, man. That's got to be a lot of fun, man. There's probably and especially for those people who do show up for you, they like you for you. So it is a conversation. It's not just here's some money, like answer my question or something. They just want to hang out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
for sure. No, that's awesome, man. Super cool. So GhostDog, man, what's up, man? You got anything else on the list? I don't got anything left on the docket, man.
Nothing left on the docket. We talk about everything that's going on. AQ season 8 is coming up, so be ready for that.
Yeah. That's that'll be after this series, right?
After this series, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry to cut you off. That was part of why I was going to say there's going to be a lot of maintenance. AQ's changing, new event quests. You got all this stuff coming along. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Fun time.
Yeah, all the new stuff's already hit out, so be ready for all that.
So can we predetermine from now that the first week of the new AQ is probably gonna give half an hour timers because there's gonna be issues from day one?
That would have been a good segment.
I mean, that was a question, by the way. I'm not making a statement.
I would say yes.
Are you not making a statement?
No, I'm not making a statement.
So here's my question, BZ. I know you used to be in the CCP. I know that you left, and then they invited you back. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still in. Still in the so I'm still in the CCP. But I mean, one thing about me and the content that I try to make, and it's a learning curve. I feel like when you're doing sort of this type of thing, there's always something new you can learn. And one of the things I want to do is like, obviously not to go too much into detail, but like, I was in a family situation where, I was a kind of like a partner and a father. So obviously I had a lot of commitments, and unfortunately I'm in a situation where I'm like single and I've moved out the house now. And, there's a lot of time that I have to allocate to a lot of things.
Right.
And, part of the process now is kind of trying to be on top of things with like, being consistent with the things that I want to do. And one of the things I didn't want to do is I didn't want to start posting videos about like things in the CCP and things going on with CCP. I kind of feel like I owe it to the family that I have that, come and spend time watching my videos to be consistent with them with content that I want to post, that I believe that they would enjoy first. And once I get into the kind of sort of once I get the ball rolling with that and I can be a bit consistent with that, then I can start throwing in the odd little bits and pieces about things to do with CCP and whatnot. But I also don't really like the idea of, you know, just logging into the CCP and like, you know, just making videos based on just sort of being able to throw resources away, you know, because that doesn't really represent the sort of true nature of obviously playing the game. You know, if you rank up, ideally in the real world, if you rank up a champion, and you've used your resources, and there is no going back unless we get rank down tickets, which Kabam don't really like to do, but we won't talk about that in too much detail. So you know, so I am very I'm very selective with any kind of content that I will make based on what I receive from the CCP. So you won't ever see a load of videos from me coming from the content creator program. That's not sort of one of the reasons why I'm involved in the program in the first place, you know. So I definitely am learning. What one of the things I want to do is I want to do a bit more studying in regards to the things of the game, because I think that's something that a lot of people don't take into consideration. I feel like there's a part of the game that people don't sort of practice, which is research. You know, research what sort of champions' abilities are, and this could be because you receive the champion, so you want to sort of do research on what their abilities are, so you know how to use them, but also doing research on certain abilities so that you know how to fight them. And I feel like there's a massive player base that doesn't do that, and that's something that I want to bring onto the channel in a kind of fun way. I don't want it to just be a case of, hey guys, this is Aegon, and how you use it, I'll play him like this. I want to try and learn how to do it in a fun way where people can watch very informative content, but it can be fun and interactive at the same time. And that's kind of like the stage that I'm at now, which is something that I'm trying to learn of how I can bring to the community, you know. So
nice.
So yeah.
No, it's awesome. I think that's one of the things that I always, I think whenever the CCP was brought up, or, when kind of people talk about it and they want to strive for it, one of the things I always say is, if you're going to be in the CCP, or if that's your goal, or if that's, it's like something you want to do or whatever, be unique, and don't forget the people who kind of got you, don't forget about your subscribers, right? Your subscribers tuned in for a reason. Don't all of a sudden change.
100%.
Yeah, so that was that's my bit on that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good. Well, that is really all I really had.
Awesome.
Because outside of saying thank you to Moose for the opportunity to do this with you on a week-to-week basis for the last 9 months.
It's been a while.
That's been
9 months?
9 months, 36 episodes.
Damn.
And I can just say thank you all for having me. I mean, they always say in everything to do with life, ladies and gentlemen, that people save the best till last. And I'm just grateful, man. I just want to thank Moose. I want to thank GhostDog, for having me on the show, man. I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't sort of kind of reach out and come on the show earlier, because I would have liked to have done the show more than once. But I mean, Moose, if you're going to be doing other Marvel related stuff and whatnot, I'm definitely down to come on and talk about movies, or
awesome.
like TV, some Marvel TV series or anything like that, man. I'm definitely down for that.
I love all the Easter egg kind of stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, hey, like you said, man, we saved the best for last. And it was funny when GhostDog and I were talking about it. He was like, "So should I cancel Killer Beezy coming on?" I was like, I mean, honestly, if anything, is it not make more sense for him to come on like our kind of goodbye episode? Because who knows, maybe we'll bring him back on our next episode.
Whoop, whoop. Let's go, boy. I'm down.
Oh, awesome stuff.
Yo, I just want to say, GhostDog, you didn't really sound. I didn't hear a reaction from you just then, bro. You didn't really sound too key.
Too key about you being. I mean, it's the last episode. Do you want me to be like super happy about that, or happy about you coming back on our next episode?
Yeah, happy coming back on the next.
BZ, you're an acquired taste. I'm just kidding. No, I would love to have
you. No, Moose, I'm definitely down to be back, but it's gonna be me on him, man. I'm joking. We're not gonna end it there, man. I don't wanna. I wanna go to bed sleeping peacefully tonight, man.
Well, good thing we got like an ocean in between, right? Oh, that's awesome. Hey,
it will happen again one day, and I will meet BZ face to face.
For sure.
Yeah.
No,
bro, we have to though, man.
Yes,
we have to. I mean, have any of you guys experienced Comic-Con?
I have not.
Dude, man, I will tell you, right? I've been to Comic-Con twice, right? It's one of the best things that I have done in my life, man. Like meeting up with other players within the community and seeing them, you see a completely different side to them.
For sure.
I give you a perfect example, right? Captain Bay. Captain Bay is someone who, when he does his videos, he's such a cool dude. Like, I think, I love this guy. But when you see him in person, he's just got a bubble of energy, bro. Like he's like, if you think I'm energetic, bro, like Captain Bay in person, dude, he's so fun to be around, bro. Like, he's so fun to be around. And that's something I would have never have seen or known or got to experience if I never met him at Comic-Con. And I feel like, not only for like content creators, but also for players, because, there's a lot of players within the community that they watch people's streams and, it's like they feel like they're being ignored because, they're going into a stream where there's 1,000 people watching, and out of all the people typing in the chat, they're trying to type, and it just so happens that they're not getting recognized by the streamer. But when you go to something like Comic-Con, there is no, this person's a YouTuber, this person's a streamer, this person's just a normal player within the community. Everybody is just the same. Everybody's just a player within the community. No one's famous. Everyone is just like, yo, like it's an amazing atmosphere, man. And it's such a nice place to just be able to just talk to people. You could talk about the game, you talk about real life. It's just a nice, fun day or weekend out, man. So it's definitely something that, obviously, it can be a bit pricey or whatnot, but it's definitely something that we should all experience. Even if it's not necessarily going to Comic-Con, but even if it's like a day after Comic-Con, everybody meeting up for a meal, a meetup or something, we definitely have to get that done, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Got to do Thanksgiving. That sounds fun, man.
Oh hell yeah, man.
Like a YouTuber's Last Supper or something.
Yeah, we definitely, man.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, all right. Is that it, GhostDog?
That's it, man. That is GhostDog doing his final farewell.
Okay.
For now.
Sounds good.
Maybe. If Moose taps me on the shoulder, I'll be back.
I was gonna say, hey, you also got XN. He's not shy making podcasts as well. So
XN he's put my name down for a possible guest. I'm still waiting for that tap. I thought I would have got it a long time ago, but it's whatever. I get it. He's got Nick Fury. I don't have Nick Fury. I guess I can't be on there until I get Nick Fury. So
requirements.
Requirements.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey man, GhostDog, definitely 9 months. Crazy, man. It's been hell of a time. I definitely appreciate you coming aboard and sticking with me throughout the whole time, man. Showing up on every episode except for one, which you were on vacation, which is acceptable. No, that was awesome, man. Man, I definitely appreciate it. I made a good choice in you choosing as a partner. And like I said, this isn't definitely my last done, but this is I feel like this is the last chapter of this MC Lounge podcast. So everybody, thanks for definitely coming aboard and hanging around for these last 9 months and getting to know us. So it's been a pleasure. So that's gonna do it for us and everybody for on my YouTube that was hanging out. Chad John, good old T Harrington, People's Champ, Steve Mendez, K-Dog, big K-Dog. Colin has a beard. That dude, he's making knives. He's blacksmithing knives in his backyard. You gotta watch out for that. And Levi, thanks for hanging out, man. As always, everybody, in our Discord, which GhostDog, you're the guest. You're the one who helped out with all the Discord, man. I definitely appreciate it, bro. Yeah,
no problem. We got Billy D, Dragon Knight, Guido, Moo00se. Well, obviously we have Moo00se, and then XN. We got KB in the house, aka Killer BZ, aka he's here this week. He might be gone next, y'all. So.
No, massive shout out to my boys GhostDog and Ilac Skills, man. I mean, you guys are amazing for having me on the show, man. I mean not Ilac. I mean
It's
for
okay.
Moose. Moose, you know. So you know Ilac, you know,
Just
the
bald
whole
white
hair
man.
thing,
It's
you know.
cool.
No, I'm joking, bro.
That
I'm
is
joking. But
incredible.
no, massive shout out to Ghost
Yeah,
and
man.
Moose, man. Like,
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm mad crazy. Appreciate how you guys making the time out to have me, especially on the last show, man. Really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. And as always, have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I appreciate it for everybody stopping by. Appreciate it.
Later.
Peace.
Happy grinding out there. May the RNG be kind.
There we go. And we're back.
Hey.
All right. All right. Well, yeah.
All right.
Man.
Yo, I was about to start rapping. I thought
It would have been all right. I've been okay with it.
We didn't get to talk about his rap thing, man.
every time GhostDog fight in our AQ, you know him dead.
So BZ, we're off air, but the rap thing. Talk to us about that. Your rap career ish.
So when I was younger, probably when I just left high school, I kind of had a lot of friends that used to rap, and but none of us DJ'd. So I was like, hey, like I wanted to be a rapper, but I was always the guy in the circle that I always want to do what I can to help people. And at the time, I was like, hey, like we need a DJ. Nobody DJs. I was like, hey, why don't I just go out and buy some decks and a mixer and some records and I'll DJ. So I started DJing, and like a few times, a few people like that I was DJing for, they heard me rap, and they were like, dude, you are sick, bro. They were like, no way, bro. Like you can't you can't be a DJ. You have to rap. And like I was just like, all right, cool. And I done it for a very obviously long period of time. Like growing up, you know, I kind of went on a few like big radio shows over here, and it was really well. But one of the biggest issues that I had with rapping is it came with a lot of confliction in it came with a lot of confliction with regards to like having problems with other rappers, and therefore like there was a lot of beef involved in like rapping when kind of like I was a lot younger. And when I kind of had my first child, I kind of said to myself, look, I can't be acting like some young kid like running around trying to be a rapper while I'm trying to be a dad, and like having maybe a few altercations outside. Like it doesn't make sense. So oh my days. so literally it was a case of I just thought, nah, this isn't for me, man. And literally I just put a stop to that, and kind of stopped doing music for a long period of time. We kind of had like, me and one of my boys that I was doing it with, we kind of had like a lot of songs written and a project done, but we hadn't had a chance to record it. So we kind of linked up a few years ago and like went to a studio, recorded like everything that we had done. And we kind of just thought he still had he still wanted to do it. So I kind of said, look, I don't mind linking up with you and us getting the things down, but I'm not down to like make anything new from this point onwards. Like, you know, I've got my kids, I've got my family at home. I'm not willing to take away from time for them to like, you know, going out and doing a video shoot all day. My kids don't see me in the morning, they don't see me in the evening. I don't really want to do that. So you know, we kind of linked up to do like a last few bit of tunes together, and then yeah, man. To be honest with you, I still write to this day. It's just that I write it for my own. It's like an expression for me, something that I do to like get things off my chest.
Right.
But I don't do it in the hopes of like, oh yeah, this could lead somewhere. You know, it was more like just, you know, writing and then just like having it for myself, and you know, just obviously it's a bit like writing a poem when you're going through stuff, you know. So yeah.
Nice. That's cool,
That's
man.
that's the long version of me just saying I really wanted to do it. I was a flop. Didn't go nowhere, and yeah, man, we had to stop.
Well, hey, no, that's cool, man. My cousin, he was a rapper, or was, I don't know. So like, I get that, man. I heard, the story. It's tough, man. It's definitely tough, especially when it takes time for, away from your family and stuff. But that's awesome. I remembered that coming up recently. Isn't there a YouTube video out of you rapping, or was it just a picture?
No, so what it is
right?
no, so
Or was
I
that
got a
photoshopped?
little brother, and it's my little brother that
Oh,
is
okay.
doing the music videos. Yeah, it's not me, man.
Gotcha.
I like
Oh, okay.
I like tried to I like post it as it was me.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
now,
okay.
now,
Oh,
now,
gotcha.
now,
Yeah.
now I'm joking. It
And
is me.
he's
It's me.
okay. Well, he's just trolling you on my YouTube right now. So
No, I can see it. Is he getting me back because I called you Ilac? Is it? Oh Lord, look at
I
his
guess.
posting in the Discord. Wow, yo, Moose Ghost Dog. Damn, is that the time? Woo, it's getting late.
Oh shit. Oh my god. I don't even know. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't even know anymore. All right. Yeah. Cool. I'm done. I got nothing.